Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is CPI Radio, and I am your host, Big Dice 813, and we are here to talk about the things your mother should have told you about. I am joined by my battle brother, my good friend, a man I highly respect. But for today, in this holy arena, he is known by a moniker I have given him, the Emperor's Champion, my friend, Carl. How you doing today, brother? Hold on, Carl. I have to, you muted yourself. Let me get you to unmute yourself. There you go.
All right. Hey, man, I'm doing great. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey, bro, we doing well. We happy to have you here. But also joining us, a very, very special guest. I'm so happy that he's here.
I'm blushing.
Some of y'all know him as Uncle. I personally call him OG.
Tell him about me. Go ahead, tell him.
But he's also known as the intellectual irritant.
That too.
Some call him genius.
That's been thrown around.
But in this arena, he goes by the moniker given to him by me and his fellow brothers. We know him by his title, and it escapes me right now. But Geoff Brown is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, yeah, because I want to know what that goddamn title is. Shit.
I thought you was the ghetto Yoda.
Oh,
also known
like
as
that.
the Ghetto Yoda.
The ghetto Yoda. Oh yeah.
I like that.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I there are some people who do refer to me as that, and I think I'm gonna start running with that.
I think I like Ghetto Yoda the best.
Yeah, man.
Brother, I'm glad you're here. Brother,
I'm good. Good to be here, man. Good to be here.
We have a heavy topic for everyone tonight. What I'm gonna do is just throw it out there,
Okay.
like a knife during a fist fight.
Let me turn on the lightsaber.
Yeah, please.
All right.
Here is our topic.
Mm-hmm.
Here on this program, we like to deal with issues that people normally glaze over. So tonight, I'm going to ask this.
Mm-hmm.
The Jehovah's Witnesses, are they a cult? And if so, what are they hiding? What is their effect on the African American community as a whole? Anybody who would like to, but
I'll start off.
Go ahead, brother.
Mm-hmm.
They are unequivocally a cult.
Okay, go deeper.
And I can say that because many of their practices and their beliefs have alienated their members. And starting off, so understand a cult is simply a new religion. Okay. So Christianity was a cult of Judaism in the first century. Buddhism was a cult of Hinduism when it first started. You know, it spun off of that religion. But what happened is over time it gains in size and it becomes a new religion.
So it starts off as a subset, you're saying?
Yeah. So all religions start off as cults in a way, and then over time, as they gain members, then they become, formalized within the society. So
also in Roman times, the cult of Isis was very popular.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that transitioned into Christianity.
But I would say what differentiates a cult from a mainstream religion is that a religion is fully integrated within that society, whereas a cult is kind of on the outskirts. So you have, like, for example, in the United States, if you go to the Capitol, you got Moses and the 10 Commandments, and you got to swear on a Bible. Christianity is fully integrated within Western civilization, whereas during Roman times they were a small persecuted group that was being harassed by the Roman authorities. But I would say they're a cult not just because they're a small religion, but because of the amount of control that they have over their members. Whereas people who have, for example, the act of disfellowshipping, somebody who joins their belief, they might come out gay, or they might decide to, do something that they don't necessarily want you to do. They disfellowship you. So basically, you are to have no contact with any members of the group, no matter what.
So no matter what your family relation is, or if you work with them, or
fathers, sons, daughters, they are cut off from contact as long as they are disfellowship. The child, we often talk about the child sexual abuse within the Catholic Church, but the Jehovah's Witnesses have just as much child sexual abuse in their group, because they go by a biblical principle of 2 witnesses. You have to have 2 witnesses to a offense in order to bring charges to the group.
So hold on. What you're saying is 2 people have to, if 2 people didn't see it, who are members, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. So you have people who have been molesting children, and instead of them being, just like in the Catholic Church, instead of them being brought on charges, they're just passed off to another group. If they even go that far. And then you have the whole thing about the blood transfusions.
Well, hold on. Don't go any deeper, brother.
All right.
OG, I'm gonna swing it to you. What are your thoughts, brother?
Okay, man. Now, I think, and I'm gonna try to keep this as shallow as I can, but and y'all, to make my position clear, I like to say that I believe in God, but I fired King James as his publicist. I don't believe any man knows what God's name is. And in order to believe that God has a name, you have to believe a man.
Yes.
So my relationship with the Most High and with the Creator came about from the basic questions I ask anyone now when I discuss religion, especially somebody Black. Brother, I have to ask you, do you have a passport?
I have a passport?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't.
Then with love, it's a little hard to discuss religion to each other at all. You gotta go. You can't hear. You can't hear it. With love, you can't hear it. I'm gonna say it, but it ain't gonna hit you the same.
Okay.
You gotta go to Egypt. You have to go to Africa. You have to go to Egypt. And you have to go on the tours of the pyramid walls where you see the names and faces. You see the story of David, of Abraham, of Isaac. No, the flood's not up there. Daniel. You see these names, you see these stories with faces, names, dates, and places that predate Christianity by thousands of years, brother. Thousands.
At least 2,000.
At the very least 2, and at the most recorded.
6.
Oh no, brother. At the most recorded, 150,000 years before Christianity. These stories by other civilizations. So it's hard for me knowing that Christianity in itself, knowing that and proving and seeing proof and being able to show you proof in the Bible that Jesus never existed, never walked the earth, says it in the Bible. Knowing these things, I can't seriously take the looking at the criticism of the Jehovah's Witnesses over a cult, over the Church of God in Christ, over Lutheran, over AME, because all of them, if you ask me, the damage that they have done in comparison to the damage of Jehovah's Witnesses, that's like hunting flies with a shotgun. Whoa. It is not the Jehovah's Witnesses that drain neighborhoods of millions of dollars a Sunday.
Brother,
that's not them.
Before you go any further, I just want to let you know the goal of this program Trust me.
Sure.
All those entities you name
Yeah.
are in the firing line. This
Okay.
is the first one up.
Oh, okay. Because it's hard for me to go, okay, these guys are a cult. Well, in the broader definition, so is Christianity in itself for anybody black.
In the words of Dr. I believe it's Dr.
Oh, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree that Christianity in of itself has been detrimental to African people globally. It functions as a tool of colonialism. Now, I've lost friends over this.
Well, hold on. Y'all trying to get into a whole nother show.
I know.
Okay. I'm sorry. Well, okay. Bring us back, bro. Bring us back.
So, I mean, so answer, Jehovah's Witnesses is a cult due to their practices and the damaging effect they've had on their members as far as their, disfellowship, their theory on blood transfusions, their cover up of child sexual abuse.
Like a holy motorcycle gang.
Huh?
Like a holy motorcycle gang.
A holy motorcycle gang. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want their members to pursue higher education.
Okay.
These are, when you, like, for example, I grew up in the Baptist church, primitive Baptists, we used to wash each other's feet at communion. It was special. So, but there was no emphasis on, well, you don't need to learn anything outside of our group. It's a level of control I think they have on their members that puts, not to say that the Kojic and the Pentecostals and everybody else, they do their bit to rob the community and to brainwash the people, but in honing on this particular sect of Christianity,
sure,
that's my.
Gentlemen, you have, in the words of Dr. Amos, he said they're all male chauvinist murder cults. But we're only talking about one male chauvinist murder cult this afternoon.
Ooh, you're gonna have to put something more on that later. I like that. I never heard that, or the person.
Did I quote that right?
Actually Dr. John Henry Clark.
Dr. John Henry Clark. Okay, no wonder.
Dr. John Henry Clark. They're all male chauvinist murder cults.
Yeah,
but we're only talking about
all the Abrahamic religions are male chauvinist murder cults, and there's no.
I'm gonna look that up because that's my man right there.
So, gentlemen, I know you got fire and brimstone for all of them.
Sure.
I'm gonna need you just to pull it back.
To the J Dubs. To the J Dubs.
Yeah, focus that, ladies and gentlemen.
Wide net. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In their cultism, you got to give them props for really believing and doing their shit.
Oh yeah, they're
okay.
The true believers.
You ain't gonna find a Christmas tree in a Jehovah's Witness house or his church.
You're not. There's no
these niggas, these Jasper ass shade tree house coons will hop right over Jeremiah and 10:3 like it don't exist.
Yeah.
So if there is something to be said for them, they take their shit too far. Regular Christianity don't take it far enough. They take it too far. As in, yes, if you ask me, Prince would still be here for two things. One, if he smoked weed, and two, if he would get an operation.
Right.
He'd have took care of pain and his hip.
Right. People have died behind these beliefs.
Sure.
And I think that, beyond the harm that it does within families, I had, me and Dice, we have a friend of ours, who's a Jehovah's Witness. And he actually got a young
Jehovah's Witness. Yeah.
The former Jehovah's Witnesses.
Okay.
He got a young lady pregnant. They weren't married, they was doing a do. He got her pregnant. He ended up getting this fellowship, and his relationship with his parents would not talk to him. He asked his father. His father is getting up in age. He asked his father, Dad, will you go fishing with me? His father refused to go with him. So it's just
will not talk with him.
Will not talk to him. Their relationship is completely separate on their end.
Okay.
Because of their religious beliefs, and in a way, like it's a way of manipulating the people within the group. Follow our practices, or you will lose everybody you've ever loved.
Now I got something in response to that for your friend. When you find him, and you tell him to holler at me, fellas. But how old is that baby now?
Oh, his son is 18 now.
Yeah.
Okay. How's his relationship with his son?
I don't think he has one.
He doesn't?
No, I don't think he has one.
Where's that boy?
He's down here in Florida with us, right?
Yeah, there was a serious, issue of parental alienation that was going on.
Okay.
As far as mother and son.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you tell your friend this. That his number one mission is to find his son and fix that shit.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Because what he has in common more than his son, and he knows with his son, is the isolation from a father.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
He needs to teach that boy, and he needs to get them together.
That's true.
And if you can get it to him and you can get it to that boy, you can tell them that they can meet me in the middle of town.
I hear that.
I would love to put them two in the same room together.
I would too. I mean, he's he had court orders. I remember, we used to work together. He would show me the court orders and the
fuck the
time
court.
visitation.
Can I go on record as saying fuck the court?
Go ahead, OG.
Well, the thing is, he was trying to do the right thing as far as
Brother, listen here, look here. You are talking to a man who has spent his entire life fighting to stay in the lives of his children. My entire adult life, brother. Since I won Star Search in 1994 to right now, I have been fighting 2 women just to stay in the lives of my 5 children, 2 ex-wives.
Damn.
Untold thousands of dollars gone, bro. I done been a millionaire twice and lost it twice. Bruh, please understand that you do not have to defend his efforts in court with me, whatever they are. What I'm telling you is if he only submitted 1 paper in 18 years or 18 papers a month for 18 years, fuck him. The boy is 18. That boy is 18. Does that boy have an internet connection? Does his daddy have an internet connection?
They do.
Then you get them 2 niggas in the room with me.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck everybody.
I would love to do that. I think that the relationship between them has been poisoned. But I think that, do you know the boy? Do I know him?
Can you get in touch with the boy?
I think he can. Yeah, I think they have a Facebook. Recently, I know he was, because he has another son too. He has a younger son around 8. After.
Okay.
He's close with his younger son. His younger son, they have a good relationship.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm talking about the 18-year-old.
But the 18-year-old, I don't know how close they are. I know there's been a lot of
brother. I don't care. We're gonna get them 2 in the room and fix it.
Okay.
And I'll bring more elders with me.
Mm-hmm.
We got to fix this shit. If the nigga was wrong, the nigga was wrong. And he gonna bend to this boy and tell him, look, I'll referee that shit. Nah, bruh, you out of pocket. You owe him this.
Right.
He does not owe you anything but your attention right now.
Brother, I definitely feel what you're saying. But once again, that's topic.
You're getting off topic.
We off topic. All right. Well, okay. You know how to sword the light.
You passionate about.
I pull the sword of light out, brother.
I know.
That's the light. Okay, let's get back to it.
But I'm gonna need you to put a muzzle on that dog, though.
So Big Dice, what are your thoughts? Do you feel they're a cult?
Well, first of all, let's look at the word occult.
Okay.
The word occult comes from the 15th century Latin word.
Ooh, I love history.
And it from the Latin word, if I hope I'm pronouncing this right, secere or secret,
okay,
which just means hidden, disguised,
veiled.
Veiled, you know what I'm saying? So, in that sense, yes, I do think that one. Now, let me tell you, I have a mutual friend of ours who is a Jehovah, studying to become a Jehovah's Witness and has been studying for the majority of his life. And I used to study with them to support them. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I know is I don't know everything. So I'm open. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can learn something. So I've been to the Kingdom Hall. I've studied with them. Now, one thing I have to say, you know what I'm saying? Unlike other religions, they typically tend to stick to that Bible, word for word.
Even the parts that contradict themselves?
Even the parts that contradict themselves.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And a lot.
How often, if I may ask, parenthetically,
go ahead.
How often do you see a female Jehovah's Witness speak in church?
Probably never.
Never. Do you know why?
Never.
Because in 1 Corinthians 14 and 34, it says no women are to speak in church. They're to be silent.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm telling you. They run the book. These niggas over here. Stop.
I remember when I was a kid, we had the misfortune of having a female pastor. My grandmother got up and walked out the church. I'll never forget it.
Yeah. Your grandmother knows.
She got up and walked out and was mad on the car ride home.
Big mad.
Big mad.
You know, if I might quote my OG, I always thought that the Bible was a book and not a menu, that you don't get to pick and choose what you want. You know what I'm saying? You either,
right.
Well, you kind of have to.
Why is that?
Because if you take the Bible at a literal reading, you would be in prison right now.
Yeah.
If you were to take the parts of the Bible and say you should stone disobedient children, you couldn't do that.
Or the part in the Bible that says, if I happen to come across an unmarried maiden and bound her, you know what I'm saying? All I have to do is give her father 30 pieces of silver.
Well, why
and
not?
Become my wife.
I ask you then, how do you take any of it? Any of it?
I don't take any of it. I'm agnostic. I don't take any of it.
Right. How do you take any of it serious? You can learn the same lessons out of an episode of Spider-Man.
You can. And Spider-Man has done less atrocities.
Exactly. Spider-Man just hot about his uncle. For the most part, that's right. So the J-Dubs, yeah, I give it to you. I give it to you. They got it, and I have done. We've all done our share of ducking when they come to the door.
Oh, yes.
We thought they was a gang. Get out.
Big Dice 813 is slightly different. I enjoy those conversations.
Oh, yeah. I've done some of that too.
I make big cups of sweet tea and sit outside.
I said, come on, let's do it.
Please.
I used to put booty magazines on the coffee table so they feel uncomfortable when they come by. Big Dice, you used to have a King magazine?
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Magazine.
Just I opened the front door with my robe open, with dangling swinging. What you mean?
They'll never come back again.
But you know
something? I think we're missing another point about them, is that even though it's a majority minority Jehovah's Witness, most of them are non-white. The original founders of this group were racist as fuck.
Yes.
Of course, brother.
Let's talk about it.
Of course. There you go.
While we talking about, I think his name was Charles Taze Russell.
Yes.
He was the founder of the Jehovah's Witnesses.
He was a staunch racist.
Oh yeah, he was one of the people who would say that, the evidence of God's work with Black people turning white. Black people were not allowed to pass out the watchtower because they didn't believe we didn't have intellectual, development to understand the words that were written down. This was a racist group from the very beginning. So the fact that this is the majority of people in this group are non-white people just kind of shows the damage.
Now, OG, I'm going to kick a question to you. Let me ask you this. Knowing that the foundation of an institution is racist, does that necessarily mean that the entire institution, therefore, is racist?
I don't see how it couldn't. Here's how I look at, and this is in the words of Neely Fuller. unless and until you understand the far-reaching depths of white supremacy, everything else will confuse you.
Everything else will confuse you.
When I can't get past like what the brother was talking about with regard to Jehovah's Witnesses being a stricter sect of a religion that they broke off from that apparently was okay with niggas on that side too. They just wasn't tight enough with these rules.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we need more Jesus, but no niggas is what the Jehovah's Witnesses started with. And that is my question to any Jehovah's Witness who would watch this. As a matter of fact, thank you for that little bit of information.
Yeah.
As a dear Black Jehovah's Witnesses, please explain your involvement with a group and how you can hurdle the fact that the Jehovah's Witness sect of Christianity was put together by, what's the man's name?
Charles Taze Russell.
By Charles Taze Russell. Could you please write in? Please contact Big Dice, contact me, contact any of us.
I can actually put, if we need to put the link up,
Sure.
It says that Russell was quite picky when it came to who could serve in his privileged capacity on behalf of the society. In the March 1st issue of the Watchtower, his criteria deliberately restricted those who might serve as volunteers to members of white Protestant churches. So this is from 1900. So people are going to dismiss it as, oh, that's just how things were back then, to where they were deliberately excluded from the membership.
Wait a minute. Who is going to say that's how it was back then?
The cult of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Okay. Well,
they are.
And you have to allow
the level
them
of their indoctrination.
Brother, you have to allow them this. Black man, Christian, reader. Pick two. You can't possibly be all three.
No, you can't.
You can't. If you're gonna be a black man and a Christian, you cannot be an informed reader.
No.
You can't read about this shit right here and still be a black man and a Christian.
Right.
If you're gonna be a black man and a Christian, you can't read. If you're gonna be a reader and a Christian, then you're gonna have to justify, you're gonna have to question your blackness. You're gonna have to compromise your blackness. Right. So because you have read this and you are still okay, you can still make the mental hurdle to a God that came out eons after yours. If you can still make that hurdle, that means that hurdle is over your blackness.
Right.
You decided to hurdle your blackness to get to this, and right. God bless you for that.
Well,
hold on, brother. Okay. And on that note, we got to take a break. Okay. So hold that thought, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be right back. This is CPI Radio. This is your host, Big Dice 813. I'm here with the Emperor's Champion, Carl, and my brother. I remember your title. He is known as the High Marshal of the Fifth Crusade, the crusade against ignorance and intolerance.
Wow.
My brother.
Wow.
Geoff Brown.
All right.
The High Marshal. Yes. And if you know him, it has a double meaning because the brother is high all the time.
Okay. I never heard that one. I was waiting on Ghetto Yoda. I threw the peace sign up thinking you was gonna say Ghetto Yoda. And then when you said all that shit, I said, oh, he must be talking about his boy. He ain't talking about me.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, thank you, bro. Wow, shit. I'm the High Marshal of some other shit he said too.
Yes.
Okay.
So y'all keep it locked. We're gonna play some music. We'll be right back, y'all. Peace. I gotta turn the music up.